think we're good. Hey everyone, Ryzen here. Welcome back to what should be the finale, unless, I don't know, weird things happen. Let's see. Yeah, I pretty much left Estelle alone. She's got the same stuff as always. Oh, you have an EP gem? Huh. Yeah, I guess that works. Josh, you know death is probably actually not that useful anymore. But what else am I going to give him? He's got to have something there. And it's got to be time, so... What am I going to give him, a cast 2? Actually, that's not a terrible idea. Yeah, let's give him a cast 2. Actually, yeah, he can cast faster buffs, I guess. Let's see, yeah, Muller. That's what Muller's got. And Kevin. Let's see, equipment-wise. Yeah, Grail Locket, Mind Orb. Got Stealth set up for magic, because I got 2 physical fighters. Well, I got Roland Muller, and he's not good at magic at all. Should I give you that Prometheus? You could use the speed. Does it have more movement on it? It does, actually. Yeah. Let's swap these. You lose dexterity if I do that. Do I care? We'll go with the Blue Falcons, I guess. Yeah, Kevin needed some help with movement, actually. Hey, Zero. There we go. Now we have good movement all around. 8 is good enough. I like to have at least 6. 5 is minimum, I think. I mean, for mages it's less important, but might as well get it. Yeah, we're good there. Yeah, Kevin doesn't have any status protection. Neither does Muller, but whatever. Josh and Estelle do, and that works. Maybe I should leave Estelle up front, actually. We'll do that. So, we're going to be heading to the end. Hey, Liz. Thank you. I love how this person just salutes you. It's a really nice touch. Let's go into the final dungeon. Gotta go confront, well, Enforcer number 2, Louve, and, Weissman. I find it odd that we don't know Weissman's number for his Angus, but... As an Angus, but whatever. I mean, they've said that he was like one of the Angus. I mean, he does have a number. They just don't tell us in this game for whatever reason. My mic should be correct this time. I don't know why. It was a little too loud last time. Somehow the knob moved. I don't know how it does that. Sometimes the wire must hit it or something. I should check that every time. I was lazy about it. Wasn't that bad. It is very unusual, actually, to have a male character represent the High Priestess, but that's also one of the reasons why I think Louve is really cool. In fact, I think he's the only male character I can think of that represents the High Priestess. This is generally like a feminine card, right? Magician is the more masculine one. Although I suppose it makes sense given Liu Bei's interactions with, you know, Agat. You know, he was the one that gave Agat the initial push, right? Get over his trauma. He has, you know, he's affectionate to Ren and affectionate to Joshua. So that makes sense. You denying Agat his rematch? Yeah, I know. Nothing interesting happens if you bring Agat. Basically, all that happens is Liu Bei comments that, oh, you seem much calmer now. And he's like, yeah, I am. He's like, yeah, that's good. Like, Liu Bei's, like, happy for him. And that's basically it. The big, important character to bring is... Oops, I went the wrong way. Is Joshua. And you have to bring him, obviously. Actually, which way are we going? Now that I think about it. Is it this way? Do you go up? Yes. Yes, you would think Agat would be, like, critically important, but no. No, not really. He already kind of had his deal with Liu Bei. We've kind of transitioned into Josh, anyway, at this point. Yeah, the 6th floor is the final floor. I'll show off some of Mulder's abilities and his S-Craft. Let's go check him out, shall we? Let's see what we got, Muller. He's got some really cool stuff. Ragnabind? Yeah, sure. Holy cow! That's pretty badass. Yeah, all of Mulder's abilities are just super cool. Hey, Brock. You got screwed last night? Oh, what, with the gymnastics? Yeah, I don't know. Son of a... I'm trying to show off Mulder's coolness. You're not helping my situation here, game. Get to Mulder. Hey, you know what? I want more enemies. Oh, rugby? Mulder's like super fast, by the way. Yeah, Hound Gale is an AoE. Blade Dancer is really cool looking. It's quite strong, too. It's really cool. Can you get closer? No? Okay, well, the idea is not to destroy me here. Alright, Mulder, what else you got? Illegal touching? Yeah, all of them up. Ended up getting 4 tries before you get back on the field. That sucks. Ah, here we go. Now I can use Hound Gale. Yeah. It's really cool if you get like a whole bunch of dudes in that and you just keep spinning over and over and over again. I like that one. Please don't take away my CP. I will be very pissed. Let's use Mirage Edge. This is not a very good ability. It does impede, but it literally does no damage, even though it looks like it should. But whatever. Oh, you're kidding me, right? Oh, that sucks. I didn't realize I don't have enough CP for Muller to use his thing there. Let's fix that, shall we? Alright. Alright, Muller. Show the power of righteous witness. One of my favorite S-breaks in the game. I don't know how that makes any sense. But apparently Vander can create black holes with his sword. Knocked to the, out in the quarter because of that. That sucks. That does suck. But hey, it's cool. I don't care. However, Vander, I'm going to need you to get your CP back, buddy. I think there's an enemy here. A perfect metaphor for you. Yeah, indeed. We're sorry, the item fairies haven't restocked the chest yet. Yeah. I think that one's a repeat. Ah, here we go. Alright, Vander. Go ahead and get your CP back, buddy. Oh, right. These guys like to summon enemies, don't they? Why don't you move out of the way? Still go over there. I don't think that was actually true, though. Like, I don't think, I thought that was, like, bullshit. Like, they were looking at a different flag. Like, it looked like they weren't looking at the flag, but I think that's because there were flags on both ends of the field. So, I think that was, like, literally fake news. It's just the way they think they had it organized. The cameras were misleading. I hate that goddamn mini. Okay, let's go. Josh, dude, why are you like... Oh god, now Estelle is... Oh, I should probably heal Estelle so I don't die. I don't want to lose all my CP. I think Muller is pretty good now. I don't understand that status element. It is the weirdest thing I have ever seen in my life. And I don't know why it's only here. It's more prevalent in third, but whatever. Go ahead and Titanic Roar. Good job, Kevin. Use your priestly powers. Yeah, like, totally screws up your everything, frankly. Oh, damn it. Airstrike. Airstrike. Wow, Kevin, yeah, you need the experience, buddy. Holy cow. The air is strangely humid inside? What the hell? What did I just get? I, like, totally didn't read that. I was so entranced by the thing that I forgot to read what I just got. It was 43. It was an aura fencer, I think. Yeah, it's a weapon for Josh that's not so hot. Well, it would be really, really good if I had... I didn't have an ultimate weapon, but I do. So, no reason to worry about that. Gladiator belt, there we go. Let's heal. That's why I have Latirol. Oh, no. Did you? Yeah, I did that. I think these are like the last chests. Yeah, I know, they're very confused. We read that one already. Why would you give me Sepith? We're literally at the final boss. I still need to lose some pounds. Yeah, Breaking news, nothing in this chest. More at 11. Yeah. I think that's it. I think we're done. Okay, good. Let's go. Okay, fine. Kevin, you can have an EP. An EP charge. Okay. Let's do this. Did I fight you before? Oh, yeah, Dark Zone. Alright, Luve, where are you, buddy? Oh. Armored Sieglind. Okay. Look, I know you had high hopes for the chest, but it's empty. Don't worry about it, though. Maybe the next one will have something great. I'm pretty sure that's the last chest in the freaking game, so... Armored It's for women only. It's really, really good. If it had speed, I'd actually do it, but it doesn't. By the way, Muller has more speed than Josh. Like, what the hell? Like, holy cow. I don't know why Muller's so absurdly good in this game. Sadly, he gets hit with the Nerf bat in the next game, but oh well. Oh, this is it. Sieglind was a Valkyrie? When the logical is designed? No idea. You need to scroll through the orbs to reach the spells. Yeah, you have to scroll through the orbs. I mean, you could do it backwards if you want. Don't worry, they separate these two menus in the 4th game on. Because they really shouldn't be together like that. But, oh well. Need to make sure Josh is equipped particularly. No reason for that, just he needs to be equipped. Alright, Luve. Oh, wait, no. I think once we go up this elevator, I think this is it. The point of no return. I mean, I thought about, like, using Vander earlier so I could bring a Got here, but it's nothing interesting really happens. Like, the guy with the most interesting dialogue for the final battles, other than Josh, is Kevin. Because Kevin actually references things that are relevant. How you're supposed to know that, I don't know. So this is the top, huh? I don't know why there was water on the edge of the screen, but whatever. Mr. High Priestess himself. Hey, Luve. Well, it's good. I mean, it took me 100 hours to get here, but sure. That's for sure. Oh, your buddies. Apart from Ren, buddies is relative. Sword Emperor? Nah, he's Priestess. It makes sense because, you know, he trained Josh, trained Ren, showed actual affection to Ren and Josh. Had the whole intuition thing with Agat, like seeing his trauma without just fighting him once. Helping him overcome that, even if inadvertently. He was upset that Campanella, like, broke Jester, the Jaegers, there with Cassius. Like, he was genuinely pissed off about that, because he trained those men. Yeah, Luve's motherly, actually. Like, and it sounds weird, but he is quite motherly. Yeah, Luve's strong. It's the Priestess card. That's what he is. That's what he represents. He's Enforcer number 2, so he's the High Priestess. He's the only male character I can think of that actually represents the High Priestess. It's unique. That and, you know, things like he knew about Hamel, right? The hidden truths of the world. I mean, he's a good representation of it. Kind of, yeah. He's kind of like Ptolemy. I hope you're ready for the hardest boss in the game. One of the hardest in the series. This guy, Louve is so difficult. If you lose enough times, the game will ask you if you want to give up and just pretend that you won the boss fight. I'm not kidding. You can skip the boss fight. Appropriately so. I mean, he should be hard. He's the strongest guy of Orbo's here. By a significant margin. No, believe me, I'm not skipping the boss fight. I can beat the guy. All of that was born of your weakness, huh? Yeah. Gotta confront the past. You know, Joshua represents Death Arcana. Makes sense. Number 13. Moving on with your life. Time for you to leave the nest. Yep. There's that motherly emotion again. Could you hold back? I'd appreciate it. Oh god. He's an antagonist. I don't think that's gonna work, Estelle. Powering up. Why do you have to summon the two strong robots? Get this masterpiece again, though. Kevin, please save us. I'm not kidding, Kevin. Please save us. Damn right, Vander. Yeah, I just love how Vander's just like, I exist. I've got a sword. I'm just here. It's like, yeah, pretty much. Okay, thank God I got the first turn. Grail Spear, now, please, hurry. Oh my god, I will die without this. I'm not kidding. I am not showing you how strong his S-Break is. Sorry. I will literally die. I will not survive it. It might one-shot Kevin. Is it his new one? Okay, this is actually his weaker one. He has a new one. He'll probably use it on us. That would have dealt 8,000 to 9,000 damage to everyone. And that's his weaker one. His other one is like 9,000 to 10,000 and freeze on the entire party. Oh, so yeah, typically what happens is he starts the battle with that. Your entire party is frozen, and then the robots come over and do about 2,000 damage a hit. And you die, and it's game over. And there's nothing you can do about it. Pretty much. Nice frame drop? What do you mean frame drop? I didn't have any frame drop. It's probably on your end. It's just Twitch buffering. I can help you by pausing my stream. Since, you know, we live together. Okay, so what do we want to do? Probably clock the hell up, frankly. Do you have Clock Up EX? Oh, I hope you do. We need to take out the robots, like, ASAP. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Clock up on Vander, use that strength up. Suck Louve into the black hole. Gotta take out those robots or you're screwed. Yeah, Louve is extremely hard. Oof, that did not do as much as I had hoped it would do. We might want to use Earth Wall. I will try to not use Earth Wall, but I gotta get speed up going. I think I interrupted Miller's speed up, but that's alright. Ow! That was a basic attack! And that was a ton of freaking damage. Holy cow. Screw holding back. Yeah, he's really hard. And he can use his S-Break at any time. And once he does, I really want to have everybody healed for that at all times. Muller. Now you don't have... No, unfortunately you don't. You don't have a cast too. Please tell me I can get Lateral. We cannot. But we can at least get Latir, and that's good enough. Don't ever let Louve get a crit. Zero Storm, that's not going to feel good. Yeah. Also, he has very little wait time on his actions, unfortunately. We're in a really bad position now. We're in a really bad position. And I'm going to go ahead and heal Snow, because she's more important. She has a grill, so lock it on. I will steal that strength up with Phantom Raid if I can. Do not S-break me, you son of a bitch. I will be very unhappy. Thank you. Now, I'm trying to clock up first, so I can outspeed him. He's very fast, as you might imagine. God, I love Phantom Raid. We could Wheel of Time, but no, it's not. Okay, good. Morale. Get that strength buff on Josh. And we're good. Lateral. Okay, good. Finally. We can actually do some things. Chain 3, maybe? Yeah, let's go ahead. Wheel of Time. That should take him out. I just love the electricity that goes around Estelle. You're right, Estelle, they are too slow. No, not really. These guys are actually super fast. Do not S-break me. I will kill you. Actually, you'll kill me, and I'll be unhappy about it, frankly. I mean, I guess to be fair. Even once you take the robots out, the battle is not won. I didn't need to actually heal everybody, but I guess there's no harm in it. Okay. Don't trust you, Louve. Because I guarantee you he's using his S-Break now. Nope, not yet. Good. Can I actually attack? The answer is yes for once. Okay. Kill those guys. Finally dual strike. Yeah, Tita would get one-shotted. I think Chloe would get one-shotted here too. Okay. Now we can actually kind of do some damage to Louve. Please don't S-break me. What are you doing? Oh, I think I know what he's doing. Yeah, no, you're not Silver Thorning me. I hate you, Louve. So something that's weird is, I think you can speed down Louve or the clone, but not the other one. I forget which one is susceptible to clock down. Is it Louve himself? It might be. It is Lube himself. Yeah, the clones are immune to it for some weird reason. Okay, you know what? We're gonna use Earth Wall. I want Earth Wall. Because I'm pretty sure he's gonna murder me. Soon. Yeah. He's got clones. They suck. They're equally as strong as Lube. I'm not kidding. They're just as strong as him. They just don't have his abilities, but they do just as much damage with their basic attack. So, yeah. It's not fun. He can decimate you. Earthguard yourself. He's got to use his S-Break at some point. Ow! That was just a clone and it did that much damage. I'm very careful when fighting Lube. Okay. You do have to kill the clones too, by the way. Which is strange, but you do. It's fine. Are you gonna use your new S-Break, or no? He might not use it. Which, just get off my back. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and use Grail Spear, because Kevin will die otherwise. He's got to be doing it now. He's almost dead. Oh, he's using the other one still. Well, he's not going to use it, but whatever. Yeah, I can't show that off. I'm not dragging this fight out. He basically stabs the ground and you get frozen in ice. I forget what it's called, but it's incredibly nasty. You really do need to block it, otherwise it'll either kill you or nearly kill you. On Nightmare, all of his S-Breaks will just flat one-shot the entire party. I'm not kidding. They will just one-shot you, and there's nothing you can do. Even on hard, I think it'll one-shot you. Like, literally, the battle will start, instant game over. You have to use Grail Spear to survive. Unless you really know what you're doing with a whole bunch of other S-Breaks to somehow buy time. I don't know. I've seen it done without Grail Spear, but it is extremely difficult and requires luck. Good. Yeah, sorry I can't show off his other S-Break. Start maybe I should have buffed my movement too. Blade Dancer, no, not Blade Dancer, Hound Gale. God, I love that move. Except for when it doesn't hit. Yeah, I don't know why you have to kill the clones, but you do. All they do is attack, but their attack is ridiculously strong. So, you know. It's not fun. Aerostorm, sure. Yeah, I'm actually going to lose my buffs because this goes on for so long. It's definitely the hardest boss in the game by like a significant margin. The final boss is not nearly this hard. Although that's appropriate, probably. Alright, Kevin. Finish it. I forgot that he interrupts you. Good job, Vander. Yeah, I mean, look at the amount of experience that Kevin got and Vander got. Even Estelle and Josh got 2,000 for being level 91. Holy cow. Like, that's a ton of experience. Wow. Yeah, Lube gives you a lot. As he should. Defeating him gets you a second gladiator belt. I'll give that to Vander. Yeah, we did it! We finally beat Lube. It took 2 full games, but we got him. I mean, barely, but we got him. You're still holding back? Jesus Christ! Yeah. He's not kidding. He's still holding back. We don't beat Lube. Ever. He's that strong. Yeah, that's the other thing that Lube does a lot is spiritual stuff, which makes sense, given he's priestess. Could you not? Yes? You want to fight him by yourself? I don't think it is. If you say so, man. Alright. A little slower. Yeah. Sure, Lube. Well, I'm just gonna let you enjoy this amazing cutscene. And this masterful piece of music.
父さんが解き放ち、そして今エステルと共にあるこの魂、遊撃士としての心得と漆黒の牙としての技、その全てをもって検定に挑ませてもらう。いいだろう。来い、漆黒の牙。
Yep. And yes, Lube did block Phantom Raid.
その狭間に落ちて身動き取れぬまま消えていく。俺たちのハーメル村のように。この都市にしても同じことだ。かつて人はこうした天井として満ち足りた日々を送っていたという。大崩壊と時を同じくして人は楽園を捨て地上へと落ち延びた。そして都市は封印され、人々はその存在を忘れてしまった。まるで都合が悪いものを忘れ去ろうとするかのように。真実というものはたやすく隠蔽され、人は信じたい現実のみを受け入れる。それが人の弱さであり限界だ。だが輝くはその圧倒的な力と存在感を持って
Expose all of humanity's ills? Yeah, pretty much. Bring it to light? Yeah. Luve, High Priestess.
国家という後ろ盾を失った時、自分たちがいかに無力であるか。
You think people are powerless, huh?
生活がどれだけ脆弱なものであったか。そう、自己欺瞞によって見えなくされていた全てをだ。
それをみんなに思い知らせるのが。
そうだ、欺瞞を抱える限り人は同じことを繰り返すだ。第2第3のハーメルの悲劇がこれからも起こり続けるだろう。何人ものカリンが死ぬだろう。俺はそれを防ぐためにミクラウヘルに身を投じた。そのためには修羅と化しても悔いはない。
それこそ欺瞞じゃないか。
I like how this is like the reverse of the Agat Luve fight.
僕も弱い人間だから。
Josh is the one trying to reach out to
胸
Luve.
に痛いわ。でも人は大きなものの前で無力であるだけの存在じゃない。10年前のあの日、僕を救ってくれた姉さんのように。そのことにレイベが気づいていないはずがないんだ。あんなにも姉さんを大切に思っていたレイベがだったら、
Yeah.
やっぱりそれは欺瞞だと思う。
Yeah. Reversed High Priestess. He's deluding himself.
カリンは特別だ。あんな人間がそう簡単にいてたまるものか。だからこそ人は試されなくてはならない。弱さと欺瞞という罪をあがなうことができるのかを、カリンの犠牲に値するのかを。
それは僕が証明してみせる。姉さんを犠牲にして生き延びた弱くて嘘つきなこの僕がエステルたちと出会うことで自分の進むべき道を見つけられた。レイベのいるここまでたどり着くことができた。人は人の間にある限り。
I think you got him, Josh. Yeah, I like how it's more of a mental battle. Like, there's no way Josh could beat him in a real fight. But he wasn't trying to. He just needed to make him hesitate.
勝負あったようだな。
Vander.
俺に生じた一点の隙に全ての力を叩き
I
込
mean,
む。
he's the Black Fang. It's what he does.
まったく
Look for weaknesses
呆れたやつだ。
and exploit them.
ダメかな。
検定が剣を落とされたのではどんな言い訳も通用しないだろう。
And yes, I like that they used in-game engine for that fight scene, which is really well done.
素直に負けを認めるしかなさそうだ。
Estelle's happy.
すごいよヨシュア。あの検定に勝ったんだよ。しかも剣だけを弾くなんて。
Well, that was the only way he was gonna
そ
win
うで
that
もし
fight.
ない限り万に一つの勝ち目もなかったからね。なるべく相手を傷つけずに父さんに教わった遊撃士の心
But
に
yeah, I mean, we can
役
see
に立
that
ったよ。
Luve already had the proof he needed that his view of people was misguided from, well, the girl he loved. He was just deluding himself the whole time, hence, reversed High Priestess Arcana.
なるほどな。教授に仕込まれた技術と剣聖から教わった心得、その2つを使いこなせば
レイベ
Oops. You want to join the party?
俺は人という存在を試すために
No, seriously, do you want to join the party?
その答えの一つをお前が
Can I have that sword?
もはや協力する義理はなくなった。そろそろ抜ける頃
Oh,
かもしれない。
you're quitting. Great, you can join the party. Vander, I like you, but stand aside, man.
よかった。本当によかった。レイブが戻ってきてくれた。
おい、
Ah, let's go find Ren.
父さんに引き取られてからもずっと気にかかっていたんだ。声や顔は覚えてるけど、誰なのか全然思い出せなくて、やっと思い出せたと思ったらずっと不安だったんだ。
そうか。
Aw. Estelle. What, are you embarrassed, Estelle?
ヨシア君も可愛いところあるやん。
It's basically his pseudo... Well, it's his childhood friend, right?
俺もあんな弟が欲しかったわ。
You're a weird dude,
あの
Kevin.
ねケビンさん、
意外な一面もあるものだな。
Oh, god damn it. That was a dirty reference. God damn it, Kevin.
以前やり合った時は闇に見入られたような目をしていたが。
Oh yeah, you bring Vander. Vander talks about his fight with Josh.
ヨシアと戦ったことがあるん
A
だ。
while ago.
空賊どもの砦で一度だ。ごめんエステル、なんだかはしゃいじゃって、まだ何も解決してないのに。
ヨシア、もうそんなことでいちいち謝らなくていいわよ。
Alright, let's go beat up a weird dude with
久しぶりの
glasses.
仲直りなんでしょ。いっぱいお兄さんに甘えなくちゃ。
Should be pretty easy with Luve here.
甘えるって。
Luve's way stronger than Weissman.
エステル・ブライト、お前には感謝しなくては。
I wonder how big the power gap actually is, now that I think about it. Like, Weissman's definitely stronger than the other foreign forces, but he's not stronger than
レ
Luve.
ンといいこいつといい、俺にできなかったことを軽々とやってのけたのだから。
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Luve, you were quite a broken man deep down.
そして様々な者たちを導いてここまでたどり着い
We're a
た。
really broken man. Jesus.
本当におかしな娘だ。
なんか全然感謝されてる気がしないんですけど。
No, we cannot,
そ
Estelle.
ちらはバンバールの若獅子か。
Yep.
なるほ
He
ど。
gets certain new lines for everybody.
連綿と刻まれし部の一門の名は伊達ではないんだ。
俺もまだ武人として大成したわけではない。
Yeah, like Josette, he'd be like, "Why are you here?" It's just hilarious.
極みに至ったその剣、いずれは届かせてもらうぞ。
A god, he just like says like, "Oh yeah, you're not irrational anymore. Or your hatred is gone. That's good."
お互い
I don't know what he says to anybody
飽
else.
きるまで切り結んでみたいものだな。それと
Okay, this one is important.
俺の顔に何かついとる？
いや、ケビン・グラハムと言ったな。
Yep.
ルフィナというボウガン使いの女を知っているか。
Rufina. Never heard that name before.
あんたどこでその名を？
But I'm guessing it's important.
やはり聖杯騎士だったか。
Apparently another Grouse Ritter.
数年ほど前にある一件でやり合ったことがある。
Woman with a bow
そ
gun.
の時は見事に出し抜かれたが、未だ双剣でいるのか。
She beat you? One on one. She sounds like a total badass. Can she join the party? Oh, no, she's dead. Never
あ
mind.
いにくいけど事故で亡くなったで。
Oh, an accident, huh?
4年くらい前のことや。
Don't worry about it. It's not important.
そうか。惜しい女を亡くしたものだ。
Nah, just remember Rufina's name for later. That's like literally the reason I brought Kevin.
誰のことなんだ
That's
ろう。
actually important.
たの？まさかこの魔法陣みたいなのが輝く輪ってことはないわよね。
いや、これは単なる光学術式だ。
Okay, it's not the
光
Oriole.
源科学より送られた力を奇跡に変換するためのだ。
根源区画、そこに輝く輪があるんだね。
ああ、この中枢塔はいわば輪の力を都市全域に伝えるための、その直接的な影響範囲はおよそ
Wow.
半径1000セルシ
That's a
マ
lot.
スダールゴスペルを中継すれば、リベールはおろか大陸全土にも影響を及ぼすことができるそうだ。
とんでもないわね。
Yeah, we better put a stop to this
そ
thing.
れじゃあ異変を止めるには根源区画にある輝く輪をどうにかする必要があるのよね。
そういうことだ。だが輪はそう簡単にどうにかできる
Like, can we just stop Weissman? He's the one using
アーティファ
it.
クトの一種らしいが、自律的に思考する機能を備え、
Yeah,
異物
yeah.
や敵対者を容赦なく排除
We
す
read
る。
about that in the core crystals, the data crystals. If you didn't read those, Luve spells it out. I remember it created those reverie things.
1200年前、輪を
Final boss
異
of
次
the
元
first
に封印し
game.
たリベール王家の子孫もさぞかし苦労させられたそうだ。そしてお前たちはその苦労に加えて白面も相手にしなくてはならない。
Good old Weissman. Reverie things. Well, yeah.
当然そうなるだろうね。でもレーベが協力してくれたら教授にだって対抗できる気がする。
Yeah, yeah. You just bring Luve in the party and we'll settle things.
俺がついてくるのを当然のように当てにしてるな。
Because Weissman's a dick and you're not.
仲直りしたようで
Ah,
猫
God damn
だ。
it.
しかし少々打ち解けすぎではないかな。
I do like how Weissman is self-aware, like, oh shit, like, this is bad. So he immediately takes out Luve, because he's a dick. Actually, he's smart. He knows full damn well he would be screwed. Hi, Weissman.
ごきげんよう
Not reference to Reverie? No, no, no. Reverie was the name of the final boss in the first game. The robot.
見事試練を乗り越えてここまでたどり着いたようだが、
I know there's a Trails to Reverie, but that's a different thing.
こういうルール違反は感心しないな。
Rule violations? What are you talking about?
何がルール違反よ。
Okay, I didn't realize she would repeat that verbatim.
私たちは正々堂々と執行者たちと戦ったわ。
I mean, I used Earthwall and Grail Spear on Luve, but, I mean, let's be honest, he's ridiculously
そし
strong.
てヨシアはレーベとの勝負に勝った。変な言いがかりをつけるんじゃないわよ。
Yeah, pretty much.
まだまだ今回の計画の趣旨に気づいていないようだね。列車に属する者は皆それぞれ何らかの形で名手
Can we go beat this Grandmaster up?
ている。
Probably
そ
not.
のような
Not for a
存在が
long
協力
time.
してしまったら正確な実験は期待できないだろう。
実験？
What, you wanted us here?
まさか僕たちがここに来たことすら計画の一部だったというのか。
Apparently.
幾分私の趣味は入っているがね。少なくとも計画の趣旨の半分を占めているのは間違いない。
福音計画、輝く輪を手に入れるだけの計画ではなかったということか。
Okay.
すべては名手の意図によるもの。
What are you
その意
planning?
味ではヨシュ君も実験の精度を狂わす要素だ。非常に申し訳ないが、そろそろ私の人形に戻ってもらうよ。
Uh-oh.
ヨシ
Oh, that tattoo on his arm is glowing. Well, that's not good. Luve, can you join the party now? I got an open slot.
操られたか。外道が深層意識の最下層に仕込んどったんやな。
Yeah, pretty much.
確か君は騎士団の新米だそうだね。ならば見当はつくだろう。 私の絶対暗示がどのような術であるのかを。
ヨシア、嘘だよね。ね
He's being controlled
え、
again.
こっちに戻ってきてよ。
I think if you have Josette, she equally freaks
お願
out.
いだから。そんな目をしない
I
で
know
よ。
Chloe freaks out.
無駄なことはやめたまえ。かつて私は壊れたヨシアの心を修復するのに、その時に刻んだスティグマが
Stigma. So that's what that tattoo is?
眠っていてね。その影響力は大きく、働きかければたやすく身体制御を奪い取って
Yeah, he's like a total monster.
そんな。
おお、ちなみにヨシアの肩にある紋章は
Yeah, I kind of figured that out,
で
dude.
はなくてね、私が埋め込んだ精魂に対するヨシアのイメージが現出したものだ。記憶が戻ったのと同時に現れたから、彼もさぞかし不安
Oh yeah, it wasn't there in the
に
first game.
嘘だった。
I mean, it was. You just couldn't see it physically. Cake? Oh, yeah, sure. I'll take
ヨシアを
cake.
散々苦しめた挙句に
Sorry, I forgot
自由
about
にして
it.
やるって言っておいて、それすらも嘘だったんだ。
Yeah, he's a monster. Like, just a complete monster.
別に嘘は言っていないさ。君と共にヨシアがこんなところまで来さえしなければ。
Yeah, you keep justifying yourself whatever you want, dude.
しなかっただろう。
You're just an asshole.
すべては君たちが選んだ道というわけだ。
He is such a manipulative piece of shit.
ふざけんじゃないわよ。あんたなんかに私たちの歩いてきた道をとやかく言われたくなんかない。
Yeah, you really don't, dude.
ヨシアを操ったからって今さらへこんだりするもんですか。あんたなんかぶっ飛ばして絶対にヨシアを取り戻すんだから。
そう来なくては。だが私もこれから外せない大切な用事がある。
You are?
根源区画で待っているから、ぜひとも訪ねてきてくれたまえ。
Well, that's not good.
まずいな。
Yeah, it can't get any worse from
どうすれ
here.
ば根源区画中ところに奥にある
Oh,
大型エレベーターを使え。
thanks, Aluve. Get up and join the party.
レーベ、よかった。
Yeah, glad you're alright.
奥にあるエレベーターって。
Oh, right there. Okay.
まさかあの大きなプレート。
我が眠る根源区画に降りること
To
が
the
できる
Oriel.
はずだ。急げ。もう時間がない。
わかった。
What's going on? Oh, come on! Reveries?
アルセイユを撃墜した。
トロイメライトラギ
Yep, reveries.
オ。俺の機体以外にも用意していたのか。
Two of them. Totally unprepared for two of them.
さすがに簡単には通してくれなさそうやね。
なんとかして切り抜けないと。
ならばここは我々が引き受けよう。
Sounds like Julia. Thanks, Tita. I'm assuming that was Tita. Hell yeah.
ユリア対
Oh, it's probably Tita and Don, because Don and Kyle are here too.
クローゼ、みんなもどうしてこんなところに。
アルセイユの修理がそろそろ完了しそうなのでね。動ける連中を集めて加勢しに来たってわけよ。
わしはおまけじゃが、こりゃすごいところに来
Yeah,
たの。
you're not very useful here, Russell.
言っとくけど、
ま、山猫号の修理もそろそろ
No, Bobcat's done too.
お前さんたちの様子をちょいと見に来たってわけさ。
そっか。
話は後だ。ここは俺たちに任せとけ。
エステルさんたちは早くヨシアさんのところに。みんなありがとう。
行けエステル・ブライト。その輝きを持ってヨシアを取り戻すがいい。
行くぞみんな。
The team, yeah. I love that scene. Now down we go. No, yeah, to the final boss. I mean, where do you think it's going? Yeah, the core. Yeah, if you have Josette here, I think she actually has like a heart-to-heart conversation with Estelle about Josh, and you know, you believe in him, right, and all that. And then, of course, it ends with the two fighting for some godforsaken reason. It's pretty funny, actually. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, gotta go save your man. Time to take back my man's girl power. Let's do that, Estelle. Oh, come on, he's got a third one? How many of these things does he have? Too many. Ooh, final boss theme of the first game, because we're fighting Reverie again, who for some reason is called a TM Dragion this time. And he's infinitely easier than he was in the first game. Thank you. So, you know, just attack this guy. He's kind of a joke, actually. I don't know what they were... Well, I know what they were thinking. They're trying to they're giving you an opportunity to build your CP back up. Maybe I should use, Clock Up EX. Oh, right, I forgot. He still does that crap. Kind of annoying, but whatever. But we'll take him down. He's pretty simple. Uh-oh. That actually remotely hurt. But I have full heals anyway. What do I got that's like strong? Plasma wave, plasma wave. Cute, he thinks I'm gonna let him get that off. Actually, I don't know if he can... Oh yeah, nope, we can't do anything about that. Oh well. Shows the evolution of the good. Take something down from abuse game. Now it's kind of a piece of cake. Yeah, I know. They've definitely gotten a lot better. It's really cool. I mean, this is technically a different model, but it should be just as strong. It's not stronger. Since this one can fly. Cyclone, Napalm, yes. Thing's pretty easy, which is good. You need the break anyway after the hell that is the Louve fight. But I think it's appropriate that Louve is that difficult. He should be that difficult. They've been building him up for 2 games. They usually do that in these arcs, is they have like one character that's just like way above everybody else. And they build up to it. It's cool, I like how they do it. You gonna use AA Canceller? No, you gonna do that? Finish him, Estelle. That takes care of that. Bye. Big explosion? No? No big explosion? That's kind of lame. Well, you can see him in the background there. Yeah, I got a nice heal point here. End of the line. Only one guy left now. Well, actually, we got to deal with Josh now.
奥の通路から流れている。どうやら間違いないようだな。つまり輝く輪がこの先にある。
Oriole and Josh. Yeah, obviously, we can't go back. Like, once you challenge Luve, that's it. Point of no return.
異変を食い止めるためにも、あの白面からヨシアを取り戻すためにも、二人とも最後の力を私に貸して。
任せとき。元よりそのつもりだ。
Let's go ahead and equip Vander with that gladiator belt, since we got a second one. Yes, we get to save, but you should obviously save in a different slot. It's nice that they actually let you save. Get a nice heal point. That's good. For some reason, there are enemies here. I don't know why. But I would just run from them. Because what the hell is the point at this point? I mean, we're done. We're at the end of the game. Like, I mean, what am I going to get Sepith to do what with? Look at it? That's ominous. You and your damn theme. That looks promising. What, your stupid robot? Yeah, he wasn't that hard. What do you even want with this thing, dude? It creates virtual realities. Yeah, you're going down, dude. Man, remember when this guy used to be all nerdy and nice? Yeah, those were the days. Now he's a sadist. Now she gotta snap out of the hypnosis, man. Ah, God, that's... What a piece of shit.
あるいはヨシアが自分の意志で聖魂を消せたら真の解放もあり得たのだが残念ながら今回はそこまで
Well, yeah, it's not exactly easy to do.
今しばらく私の研究素材
Did they predict Advent Children? I don't know.
まさに下道やね。ふざけた男だ。やれやれ、人聞きが悪いな。
So thanks for the compliments.
おそらくヨシアは肩にある聖魂の意味に気づいていたに違いない。そしてこの事態が起こりうると予想してにもかかわらず彼は君たちに一言も相談しなかったようだ。そして君たちもまた彼の悩みを察してやれなかった君たちの絆など
What a sarcastic piece of shit.
ということではないかね。
Yeah, I really hate Weissman.
まあそう悲観することはない。ここにたどり着けた時点で君たちには資格は与えられた。あとは正しい選択をするだけだ。
What do you mean?
選択それってどういうことなの？
君たちはどの程度知っているのか。
Is that the Oriole?
輝く輪を巡って
Ah, Shining Ring.
戦
Makes sense.
前に何が起きたのかを。
やっぱりそれが輝く輪か。
その通り、無限の力を生み出し、
Yeah, one of the 7 Septarians. The 7 Sevens? For some bizarre reason.
しかし古代人は1200年前、この大いなる司法を封じてしまった。
Yeah, it brought down their civilization, dude. What did you want them to do?
一体どうしてだと思う？
詳しいことはわからないけど、人や社会のあり方が悪い方向に変化したからだって。
Yeah.
あれを解析したのか。
Yeah, we did.
ならば話は早い。その真相を君たちに享受しよう。数千年前、女神
Right, the 7 Septarians.
7の司法を
Heard about that in the History Museum.
それらは世界の可能性をそれぞれ異なる方法で利用することで奇跡を
This
起
is
こ
one of
す。
them.
そして司法ごとに7派に分かれた古代人たちはさまざまな形で理想を
Each faction had one, I guess.
その一つこそが輝く輪を中心に
Boreal.
建造されたこの実験都市リベルアークだ。汎用と
Yeah.
ゴスペルを通じてあらゆる願い
I do like his theme.
叶えられる人の手によって築かれた空の楽園。そこで人は一切の争いのない豊かな生活を享受できるはずだ。
I don't know.
しかし人はゴスペルを通じて輝く輪がもたらす
Yeah.
人工的な
Yep, they became so reliant on it that they lived in artificial reality.
物質的快楽はもちろん輪が構築する夢
Yeah, we experienced one.
現実に
Estelle with her
精神的
her
な
mother.
充足すら見出してしまったのだ。
I can see why people wouldn't want to wake up.
そして人は麻薬のように奇跡に依存すること
Stagnation, yep.
破滅への道を歩き始めてしまった。倫理と
Makes
向
sense.
上心を失い、精神的に失調してゆく市民たち。
Nothing mattered but the VR.
出生率が低下する一方、自殺率異常犯罪は増加し続け、社会全体が緩慢な死に向かい始めた。しかし、輪は我関せず。
He probably had no
求めら
other
れるまま奇跡を
programming.
与えてしまう。そうして空に築かれた楽園はうつろで醜悪な培養層と化していった。リベール王家の始祖たちは輪を封印する
That's
計
why
画を
Celeste sealed it away.
輪が妨害のために放った守護者に苦しめられながら封印区画とデバイスタワーを
Fought off the
建造し
reveries.
そしてついに輪は
They had to sacrifice the whole city, though. They had no choice.
それが1200年前に起こったこと。
とんでもない話だ
確かに王家の始祖たちはよくやったと言ってもいいだろう。しかし考えてもみたまえ。
Let me guess, you want the
その
thing.
対象として人は混沌の大地へと放り出され一からやり直すことになった。
Better than a slow demise.
そして今覇権をめぐって白なき闘争を繰り返している。果たしてそれは正しい選択だったのだろうか。
So what, you think in some twisted way you're actually helping people? You have a really screwed up mind, dude.
そして一方で人はオーブメントという技術を手に入れ再び豊かな生活を享受し始めている。だが今のままでは一歩空くことなく快楽を求め自ら律することも叶わぬまま世界を巻
What,
き込み
history
滅び
repeats?
ているの
Yeah.
か。もしくは古代人のように全てをシステムの管理に委ねることで物質的な破滅か精神的な破滅か。
You have a terrible view of the world.
それを防ぐためには人自身が進化するしか道はない。いかなる誘惑逆境にも揺らぐことのない絶対の理性。感情にとらわれることなく正しい答えを出せる究極の知性。
That's your goal, huh?
その両者を兼ね備えた段階に 人という種を導いてやること、まさにそれこそが福音計画の最終目的なのだ。
He wants to forcibly evolve humanity to like superhumans. And he thinks that's doing them a favor. He's pretty messed up in the head. Good luck with that. No kidding, Vander. You are a megalomaniac, dude. Do you listen to yourself?
恐れとともに変革を余儀なくされる生き物だ。その意味で輝く輪はまさに格好の存在と言えるだろう。
Yeah, literally, that's like the whole point behind his experimentation on Josh and personally shaping his mind. It's literally all experimentation to create superhumans. He actually thinks he's some weird savior. Pretty much, that's his plan. He's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, frankly.
いかなる誘惑、逆境にも揺らぐことのない絶対の理性、感情にとらわれることなく正しい答えを出せる究極の知性、そんなものにどんな価値があるっていう。
That sounds very boring, by the way. Oh no, she heard you. You're just insane.
精神的な破滅を避けるために人は進化するしか。
そんな話をしてるんじゃないわ。私が言いたいのは、そんなご大層な存在になる前にできることがあるんじゃないか。ヨシアも言っていたけど、私たちは無力な存在じゃない。
I mean, he got through to Luve.
今回の異変にしたってみんな最初は戸惑いながらも次第に協力して前に進もうとしてた。王国各地を巡って私はそれをこの目で確かめた。別に進化なんかしなくたってなんとかやっていけると思わない？
群れて生き延びるの、獣や虫ですらやっていることだ。
Wow, dude. Yeah, Weissman, he's got a very strange Messiah complex. A sadistic Messiah complex. That is just bizarre, but I don't know, it works.
私たちだって生き物であるのは確かなんだし、それが生きているってことの強さなんじゃないかな。もちろん
He literally doesn't get
そ
it.
れだけの存在でもないと思う。そうした命の輝きを原動力に自分らしく生きていこうとする。でもそれはあんたの言うような万能超人である必要なんかなくて、みんながちょっとした思いやりでお互い助け合うだけでいいんだと思う。多分輝く輪を封印した人たちも同じ考えだったんじゃない？
Probably, yeah.
奇跡に頼り切っちゃうことも良くないことかもしれないけどそれ以上に人と人がお互い助け合う余地がなくなることが何よりも良くないことだって。
Yeah, his world would be a terrible place to live.
人は一人で生きているようで、その実さまざまなものに生かされている。確かに。
何かと思えば助け合いか。そのようなことは歴史を振り返ってから言いたまえ。
Man, what happened to you, dude? Like, what made you this way, man? Jesus.
戦争という名の巨大なシステム。その狭間において。
Yeah, Weissman does have a backstory, but we're not going to learn it here. Not in this game.
そんなことない。
But they will tell us, eventually.
お母さんは戦火の中、命がけで私を守ってくれた。そのことがきっかけで、私は遊撃士の道を志して、この異変を止めて、戦火を未然に防ぐために。それでも、人は無力だって言えるの？
ああ言えばこういう。
もしあなたが本気で人が無力だと信じてるのなら、だから進化させる必要があるんだと思い込んでるなら、 だとしたらあなたはとってもかわいそうな人だと思う。
Yeah, he is pretty pitiful.
だって信じ合って助け合うことの喜びを知らないんだもの。
Yeah. Nah, makes him just another broken man, I guess.
人があがいているのを見ることにしか喜びを見出せないなんて、そんなの寂しすぎるよ。でも私は遊撃士だから、あなたが自分の事情にみんなを巻き込むことを見過ごせない。
Woe is me, yeah.
悪いけど力ずくでも止めさせてもらうわよ。
無知な小娘が大層な口を聞く。
Oh, he sounds like legitimately pissed now.
その身をもって己の言葉を証明してみたまえ。
Uh-oh. You have Josh's evil eye? Also, why is it way better than Josh's? No, seriously, why is it way better than Josh's? What the hell, Weissman? Jesus Christ, what is it? Permanent AT delay? Yeah, pretty much, actually. Oh god. 1v1? Well, I got some good setups. I'm not afraid. I can take him. Uh-oh. Alright. First things first, I'm gonna get annihilated. Could you not Phantom Raid me? That can't be that strong. What's it, like 5,000? We got Terral, we'll be fine. Or it'll just annihilate me. Yeah, you can't beat Joshua. It's scripted. Which actually makes sense. He should be stronger than her, sadly. I think he does Phantom Raid even if you don't have it.
ST どうやら君では人の強さを証明できないようだね。だが私も学者の端くれとして実証の必要性は理解しているつもりだ。だから君の代わりにヨシュアに証明してもらうとしよう。なに、簡単な実験だ。このままヨシュアに君の息の根を止めてもらう。しかる後暗示を解いて元に戻してあげるというだけさ。果たしてヨシュアはどんな表情を浮かべるのだろう。ゾクゾクするとは思わないかね。
What a complete asshole.
ふざけんじゃないわよ。そんなことになったらヨシ
アは今度こそ完全に心が砕け散ってしまうかもしれないね。だがそうなったらまた私が新たな心を作ってやれば済むことだ。そしてもう一度同じように人に戻るチャンスを与えるとしよう。今から楽しみだよ。
やめて。そんなのひどすぎるよ。
それではヨシュア、とどめを刺してあげたまえ。
Yeah, this guy is a total monster.
よし、ごめんね。絶対に死なないって言ったのにごめんね。一緒に歩くって約束したのに。
目を覚ませ。
でも私は信じているよ。ヨシアは絶対に負けないって。
She's still optimistic.
私がいなくなっても現実から
Still
逃げたり
thinks
し
about
ないって。
others.
ごめん、ちょっと自信はないかな。
You can talk?
金縛りが解けたか。
Checkmate, Weissman. Yes, he was. He was playing all along.
ごめん、エステル。ずいぶん辛い思いをさせてしまったみたいね。
Checkmate. What's wrong, Weissman? Something finally didn't go as you planned? Like, he's been calm and collected the entire game. And finally, when something doesn't go his way, and he freaks the hell out.
もう僕の深層意識にあなたが刻んだ
It's gone, dude.
たった今砕け散ったからね。成婚のある一点に暗示のくさびを打ち込んでもらったんだ。
Somebody else hypnotized him, huh?
そこに負荷がかかった時、成婚が崩壊するような自己暗示を。
暗示のくさび。
このままだと君との約束が果たせなくなりそうだったからね。都市に不時着した直後にケビンさん。
Yeah, remember that conversation with Kevin? Yep.
ケビンさんが。
いや相談され
That's also why I brought Kevin, because he responds to it.
正直その一点を外したらでもヨシア君見事
Beat me out there, Jay.
はい、本当にありがとうございました。
そうだったんだ。
So, like, he was actually hypnotized by Weissman there? Oh, he sounds super pissed. Squire is a rank in the church, by the way. A low rank. It's like the lowest rank of the girls, rather.
これも女神の導きやろ。教会から抜けたあんたには部が悪かったかもしれんな。それに俺は
That's right, Weissman left the church.
助言者は他におるさかいな。
Who do you think, dude? Yep. The letter. Yep. It all comes back.
手紙にはこうあったんだ。お前の呪縛を解く鍵はケビン神父。
Like, Josh knew Weissman was gonna hypnotize him again.
その鍵をどうやって使いこなすかはワイスマンとやらの行動を見抜いて自由を勝ち取ってみせようってね。
恐れ入ったな。見事な先読みだ。
まったくもう本当父さんらしいわ。
正直かなり悩んだよ。再び僕を操ったあなたが一体何をやらせるだろう。
Yeah, it's pretty obvious what he would do. He's a complete monster.
その一点に全てをかけてみた。あなたが僕が最も恐れることを。
Killing Estelle.
そしてあなたはその通りに命じ。
And activated Kevin's little hypnosis thing. And broke the stigma. Dumbass.
もう僕は完全にあなたから自由だ。
よしは。
このまま私に従っていれば遥かな高みに登れたものを。
Dude, you did not do him a favor.
新たなる段階へと進化させてやったものを。
Oh my god, dude, you are a total
エス
monster.
テルと同じく僕もそんなものに興味はない。それに道というのは他人から与えられるものじゃない。暗闇の中をあがきながら自分自身で見出していくものだ。
それができれば世話はない。人の歴史は闇の歴史。大いなる光で導いてやらねば。
It is satisfying to see a Weissman-like character just completely flip out.
人は暗闇の中でも お互いが放つ光を頼りにして
Like Luz is
共
cool.
に立つそれが今ここにいる僕たちの力だ。
ヨシ
出来損ないの執行者風情が随分大きな口を叩くものだ。ならば見せてみるがいい。闇の中でも輝くというお前たちの
Boss time?
光とやらをな。
Yep. With new boss music.
名手の忠実なるしもべ、蛇の人が一柱、白面の力、見せてやろう。
Time to take on Weissman the Faceless. Yeah, he's got some robot buddies with him. Weissman has, like, one of the most annoying abilities in the game. He can vanish you. It's a new status ailment. Yeah, right at the end of the freaking game. It's unpleasant because it, well, vanishes you. If you only have one party member left, by the way, and he uses Vanish on them, it's game over. They basically disappear for a couple of rounds, and they lose all their EP when they come back. Yeah, it sucks. I don't like it. Oh, yeah, he also protects from magic once, but who cares? He's not nearly as strong as Luve, which makes sense. He does have an S-break, and it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life, but, you know. It's not too strong. Oh yeah, he's got Dark Matter EX, which lowers your movement, sadly. But I'm just going to counter it with a movement up buff anyway. Alright, now we can actually use morale. Going to the shadow round. Oh yeah, pretty much. Ah, god damn it, Kevin! Why did you get rid of my healer? Jackass. I love when you use 3 of them. Hit 3 enemies with that. It's so cool. Yeah, that's what happens. We got Death Scream. Let's use it. I don't think he summons the guys back. Is it 2 that it doesn't work on? I thought it was only 1 hit, but maybe it you gotta hit him twice. I don't remember. I think you can dispel it. Oh no, it's only once. It just took a while for it to register for some godforsaken reason. Probably because I turboed. Uh-oh! S-Craft. He says, "Can you feel it? The despair." That is creepy as hell. Also, I forgot it confuses me. Oh, this is bad. That's really bad. He actually almost killed me, surprisingly. But that's alright. I forgot that actually confused you. Good thing I revived Estelle! That could have been disastrous. Can you guys stop attacking me? Thanks. Aw, you sealed me? God damn it. I guess it makes sense that he would use seal. I got Curia Bombs, might as well use it. I don't care about seal on Kevin. I do care about Kevin's EP though. Alright, there we go. Dual strike, take out the last robot. And we just got a Curia. There, now we can actually use Blade Dancer. Son of a bitch. God damn it, Weissman. He's not too bad. I mean, he's not a pushover, but he's not too bad. How much HP you got? Take him down, Muller. Suck him into a black hole. How do you like going to another dimension, jackass? I prefer in English when he goes, "Righteous witness!" And he says it like really intense. Oh, I criticaled. Well, we got him. Hey, Josh. Don't worry, we got him. It's all over now. That's it. It's final boss. Or he's fine. I mean, we did beat Luve, dude. Kind of.
どうやら余裕がないようだな。
哀れなことだ。自分たちがすでに7にいるとも気づかずに。
You like saying that a lot, don't you? I like Weiss's staff. Yeah, I like the orbital staff that he has.
どうするつもりだ?
It's like an orbment staff.
このまま名手に献上するつも
Magic
りだっ
staff or
た
whatever.
気が変わった。貴様らが歯向かった相手がどのような存在かを。
What do you mean? Oh God. What are you doing? Are you one-wing angeling this? I may have slightly lied to you yesterday, Zero.
これはまさか和と融合しとるんか?
You heretical maniac. Uh-oh. So, did you just become like a god? Yeah, basically. Of course, it's a JRPG at the end of the day. Pseudo-god, but yeah.
この冷圧は?
この感覚思った以上に悪くない。
Man, I thought you were ugly before.
さて、まずは試させてもらおうか。
I'd prefer we don't, but
人を新たなる段階へと導く天使の大いなる力を。
But if that's your definition of a superhuman, man, I want no part of it. Alright, let's kick his ass. And by kick his ass, I mean restore our CP, because, yeah, we can't damage him. This is scripted. So we might as well, you know, heal instead. Go get him, Josh! Oh. How bad could it possibly be? Oh, actually, that wasn't that bad at all. At least they don't drag it out, but it sucks if you waste your S break there. Magic wouldn't work either. He's got some weird barrier thing. Oh, yeah, well, there you go. So the Oriole is the Space Septarian. Strange that they start with what you would think would be like the most overpowered one. I'm imagining these other Septarians are going to show up, but it's like, I mean, is the fire one going to be all that impressive compared to virtual reality spatial manipulation? Probably not. Oh, god damn it. Josh, listen, man. You need to learn this evil eye technique. Like, what have you been doing? Like, seriously. I don't think he cares. What, are you gonna hypnotize him again? The almighty seizure eye, yeah, pretty much. Oh, I just heard yada yada. That sounds like... Ah, Luve! How's it going, man? Here to join the party? Got your robot? Redemption? Yeah. He did? Oh. Yeah. 弱みを持つ人の前に現れて破滅をもたらす計画をささやく。そして手を汚すことなく自らの目的を達成してしまう。それが貴様のやり口だろう。実際主戦派の首謀者たちは当時あったという成績に触れてHe's such a monster. もし10年前の戦争すら今回の計画の仕込みだったのなら全てのことに説明がつくと思ってな。なるほどな。まあおおむね君の指摘通りと言えるだろう。Yeah. He's the one that gave them the idea to do that to Hamel and all of its people. Just so that he could then he, you know, took Joshua and Luve, turned Luve into an assassin, and put an artificial personality into Josh, because he's a piece of shit. Yeah. I mean, granted, the people that still did the attack and the other horrible things are equally horrible. But yeah, Weissman is just a terrible, terrible person. Yeah, and to basically cause the war, because he's a piece of shit and keeps wanting to test how, you know, terrible humanity is and force them to evolve.
死に方はできんぞ。
So, you know, he wanted to start the war. The war 10 years ago.
なるほど。大方予想
And yes, he took the 2 survivors. So he could, you know, experiment on one effectively.
意外と冷静だね。私としてはもう少し憤ってほしい。
I'm guessing he was hoping someone would survive and be completely broken, that he could do that too.
俺の心はとうに冷めきっているからだ。
Pretty much, yeah.
しかし、先ほどの貴様に背後から混沌させられた失態、その借りだけは返させてもらうぞ。
What are you gonna do, Luve? Whoa. Seems to actually do something.
バカな。和の絶対障壁が。
Seemed to crack it. I don't know how your sword could do that.
そうか。その剣は。
Oh, something special about it?
俺が名手より授かった剣。
Oh. Grandmaster personally gave it to him.
貴様の杖と同じく、外の断りで作られた魔剣だ。
A demon sword? So I guess his staff is a demon staff? Don't worry about the demon stuff for now.
かつであったわ。
It's just they're special weapons, basically.
離れろ。離れろ。この知れ者が。
Oh, now you're scared. Uh-oh.
Yeah. ってくれたな。まあいい。絶対障壁など和の力のほんの一端だ。
Yeah, Weissman like never personally does his own dirty work. He manipulates others into it. Manipulating their pain. He's a monster.
それはこちらのセリフだ。
遊撃士として、リベールの市民として、そして何よりも人として。
ワイスマン、僕たちはあなたを倒す。
Yeah, final boss time. Now, unfortunately, they decided it was a lovely idea to do the worst background possible. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, but if I use turbo mode here, you're gonna like die on your eyes, so yeah. It's a little stupid. I like the final boss theme though. He's not too hard. But he does have an incredibly obnoxious ability. I forget when he starts to use it, but he can literally perma-kill somebody. Yeah, I'm not kidding. If a character dies at any point... Oh, yeah, he does this weird thing where he, like, debuffs himself. I have no idea why. But he does. It seems pretty counterproductive to me, but he does. But yeah, he'll actually he has an attack that targets a dead character, and it breaks the floor beneath them and like permanently kills them. And you can't revive them or anything; they're just gone. So don't let somebody stay dead. I will have to avoid that. I love the final boss theme though. So yeah, sorry, we gotta. I mean, I can fast forward, but it's just gonna... Well, it's gonna do this. And, yeah. And the background's gonna get worse than this. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. It's not. Why don't we, go ahead and do that. Do you have La Forte? No? Here, why don't you Agility buff yourself. Oh yeah, he's got Arc Prominence. Well, there you go. I can fast forward to that animation, I guess. I've already showed that off. I forgot he had that. That's all that did, huh? Ultimate tier fire spell. That's it, huh? Yeah, it's not that much. Now we'll start to actually murder the guy. He's really not that strong, honestly. Fast forward. I'll use some turbo, but I'll try to keep it to a minimum for the sake of your eyes. Houndgale? Here, we'll take out these guys first. This is the final battle. You got a Titanic Roar? Do you have like Grand Stream or something? No? I guess Titanic Roar it'll have to be. Well, no, we can use Abyss Fall. Nah, just use Titanic Roar. Alright, Josh, I'm gonna have you go for him. We'll have Vander and go for the other guys. Estelle will target everybody with Death Scream. Oh yeah, they heal, actually. There we go. Calamitous Star Shabbat. That doesn't sound good. It wasn't good. Actually, it wasn't that bad, actually. But good time for Phantom Raid. I took care of them already. I don't think he resummons them, but I could be wrong. I like to keep everybody together so I can actually, you know, heal. Estelle, can you hit him? As we fight Pseudo God. I mean, this counts, right? I mean, this is Pseudo God thing. I think it counts. What are you doing? Oh God, that is disgusting. Stop it. You did 0 damage with that? Holy crap, dude. That is pitiful. Alright, there we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let's, we got, like, yeah, Dark Matter. That's, I think, the best stuff we got for single targeting. Maybe Plasma Wave might be stronger, I don't know. Yeah, 1400. I don't know, the spells don't really do that much more damage from each other. Oh, I wonder if Orbital Down would work here. Blade Dancer? Blade Dancer. You know, we could use Chain 3. Godly Lance again. It's gonna hurt. Yep. Blade Dancer. That's badass. That is so badass when you use it on Weissman. You got Orbital Down? Yeah, you got clock down. Nah, he's immune to that. Are you just have to hold the Orbital down? Maybe. I'd be surprised, actually. Plasma Wave, Plasma Wave. Oh, I can't even hit him with Plasma Wave. Ah, you're immune to that too? That sucks. You'd think that would do like a ton more damage. It just sounds like it hurts like hell. Yeah, he just has a lot of health. Oh, he summoned a guy? Yeah. Whatever. Plasma Wave. Plasma Wave. Oh, I guess I can target like that and get him. Oh, yeah, that's a little stronger. Slightly. Not that much stronger, but a little. Oh, God. I didn't actually want to do that, but sure. Can I use Kyria? Oh shoot, you don't have Kyria. Well, we might be able to just use a Kyria bomb. Death Scream, Death Scream. He doesn't move at all, so you know, really not that much to this. Just don't let somebody stay dead. You'll be alright. Plasma Wave. Actually, Cyclone Napalm might actually be better. She usually is. Let's see how this looks in fast forward. That's pretty cool. Do you have fire? I don't think you have fire. Nah. In which case, you'll probably want to use Plasma Wave. Oh, right. He's going to cast Arc Prominence. For some reason, that debuffs him whenever he does it. I don't know why. It is noticeable, though. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Holy cow, that's really good. Wow, that's good damage. Did we get him? Is he dead? He's not dead, is he? Oh, this is where he can destroy the floor. Yeah, I can see it. You can see the little tiles. Yeah, he can break those if the character's dead on top of it. But only if they're dead. What did you think was gonna happen, dude? You absorbed a Septarian. Well, that's horrifying. That is completely horrifying. This is a weird final boss fight. Ow. You kind of deserve it. I guess it evolved him. For real final boss time. Sorry about your bleeding eyes. There's not much I can do about it. The form is cool, though. with raw heresy.
どうやらこれが最後の悪あがきみたいね。とっとと倒してレーベのところに戻りましょう。
Oh god, why did they do this background? God, it's terrible. I am so sorry, guys. I will try not to use turbo mode. It's really bad if you turbo. Do we have to clock up? Yeah. Too bad our buffs couldn't stay. Oh well. He's not that hard, he just has a lot of HP, sadly. A lot of HP. That doesn't... Oh, it does, that's unfortunate. We'll use morale first then.
みんな行くわよ。
Yeah, those guys summon. They're nothing to worry about. They teleport around and do some attacks. I don't really care about them. What are you doing? You're gonna touch Joshua? That was mildly annoying, I guess. Can you do, like, movement buff? Well, you can, but I'm gonna need you to, like, move near everybody. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it gets really bad if you turbo. I'll try to avoid it. We have, a lot of, there's a crit here, so I'm gonna chain it. That was really good. That's when chains can actually be useful for you. Sure, we'll buff everybody. Just don't knock everybody over. Oh, I don't think he buffed his defense there. Well, he did, but I think he also debuffed himself in some way. Did you just knock Kevin out of that? I really hope you didn't. Kind of off screen there a little bit. I think he's still in it. Yes, he was. Okay, good. Now we can actually start murdering. Are you weak to fire now? No, you're weak to wind, of all things. Okay. Yeah, he makes himself weak to an element, which... Hey, who am I to judge? Unfortunately, he's not weak to something that can hit everybody, but whatever. I'm going to take advantage of it while I can. Alright, he changed it again. I think he changed it to water, so he's probably weak to fire. Yes. Which doesn't help me at all, unfortunately. So, we're going to use, I guess, Abyss Fall then. I mean, it helps Estelle, but it doesn't help anyone else. Why don't you restore Kevin's EP? Final battle, so I can use everything. Now you're weak to water, aren't you? Yeah, it's just like the first part of the battle is he'll just keep doing this over and over and over again, and for some reason giving himself a weakness, I don't know why. Seems kind of silly to me, but you know. Oh, right. Those guys, are they taking out the floor? I think they do that. I don't know. Well, regardless. Hey, Josh, you wanna, like, murder these guys with me? There we go. I think they do something that's kind of irritating. I don't know. Didn't really seem to do much of anything. You know what? Here. Go murder those guys. Probably use Phantom Raid on that strength up. Now you're weak to Earth? Oh, I didn't actually want to use Kevin's thing, but sure, we can use Grail Sphere. I didn't realize I was on that. Wow, that's all that did, huh? Oh good, Titanic Roar. If I can get that off. Wait, you don't have Earth anymore, do you? No, you do not, actually. Alright, Death Scream it is. Haha! I have Grail Sphere on. Oh, that's not good. Man, I was hoping that would kill him. Kill those guys, but it didn't. Nice crit. You better heal yourself all the way. Probably have Kevin restore his CP, actually. Since, you know, I can. What else am I going to use it for? I know, too good to use club, but this is the end of the game. What are you doing? Ah, finally, your defense is down. That's what I was waiting for. That's good damage. Yeah, he just takes a while to kill. He's not really that hard. I don't think we can interrupt anything he does. I'm pretty sure he's immune to basically everything, except for when he self-inflicts. He bypasses his own status immunity for whatever reason. I guess that's like his S crap. Oh no, it's just a self-buff? Really? Okay then. Sure. Why not? Sure, I guess he can heal. It doesn't really matter. Are you susceptible to random spells now? Yes. Okay, good. What is he, like halfway? At least now I can like beat the crap out of him. Oh, I should have used Chain. Oh. That's... I don't know what he's doing, but I don't like it. Yeah, well, there's some things that aren't grounded. This is one of them. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but I'm going to have to ask you to stop, frankly. And I don't want to be in that. Oh, actually, he was already Grill Sphered. I don't think he can be interrupted there. Maybe he can... Maybe he's trying to do that remove thing. I didn't think he could do it if his character was still alive, but whatever. I should be immune. Can I use like a... No. Oh, yeah, just move out of it. I forgot that it's, Yeah, he is trying to remove him from the battlefield. I didn't realize he could do that when they were still alive. I've only ever seen him do it to a character that was dead. But I guess that makes sense if he's targeting the field. He's gonna break the floor, effectively. And it's like permanent vanish or something. Yeah, that's it. That's the attack. It's a real dick move. Yeah, you see how those tiles are gone? Yeah. Guess what would have happened if I was on it? Bye-bye, Vander. Oh, that's not turbo. We got a good crit coming up, so let's use a serum cap powder on Vander. It would take him ages to destroy the entire floor. He very rarely does it. It's not a problem. It's like the lowest thing on his spell list. Just cast that, and then we'll go ahead and use... Oh, we lost our strength, but whatever. He's almost dead. There is no other form. He's dead after this. It's just a long boss fight. That might kill him. Yeah, that's fine. Let's fast forward. Do you need one more? Oh, you do. All right, Estelle. Appropriate. Bye. Yay, we killed a weird glasses man that fused with a virtual reality porn simulator for some bizarre reason. Look, he's a piece of shit, alright? That's all that matters. Is he dead? Did we win? Oh, he reverted. Well, sorry. No gods allowed in this series. Oh, we broke the Oriole. Awesome. Oh. Wow, he's really pissed. Bye, Weissman. Yeah, he got away, I guess. That sucks. Oh yeah, Luve. Kevin? Where are you going? By the way, whether you bring Kevin here or not, it doesn't change what Kevin does. You just get a little bit of extra sequence there with him leaving, if you bring him. You just cast a heal spell. Throw my Phoenix down. Yeah, I wish. You know that's not true, Josh. Yeah, Luve dies. My god, the voice acting makes this so much worse. I mean, more depressing.
Yeah.
Luve helped them. Yes, a really good character.
輝く輪はどこかに消えちゃってワイスマンも逃げたけど やたらと慌ててた感じだったわ。
Yeah, Weissman's gone, the Oriole's gone.
それはまずいかも。
Oh, right. That would be a problem.
輝く輪は冬都市を維持してきたエネルギー。
Well, we're screwed. We better get the hell off this
それがなくなっ
city.
てしまったら、じきにこの都市は崩壊するじゃろう。
We broke the power source. It's gonna crash.
急いでアルセイユに戻った方が良さそうですな。
すぐに動力が尽きることはないが、急いだ方がいいじゃろう。
It's probably some reserve power.
お前さんたちの船はどうじゃ。
ああ、今頃完全に修理が終わっているはずだ。
戻ったらすぐに飛べるだろうぜ。
Yeah, no playable epilogue this time.
よし、それではみんなこれより撤退を開始する。
エレベーター近くに転用のゲートがありました。それを使って中枢島より脱出しましょう。
Let's get out of here. Where's Kevin, though? Yeah, Kevin wouldn't be with them if you didn't bring Kevin. I don't think he would be.
よしはその辛いとは思うけど早く行かなくちゃ。
We don't have time to bring him.
エステル、頼むから先に行って僕のことは気にしないでいいから。
よし、しっかりして。レーベが言ったこと全然分かってないじゃない。守るために生きろってそう言われたんじゃないの。
He entrusted
私は忘れない。
you to the Brights, man.
ヨシアを支えるってこの人と約束したことを絶対に忘れないんだから。
エステル、ごめん。本当に僕は。
Took his sword.
レーベ、これ
The third time she did it? Yeah, I know. She's good at getting through to him. She's good at getting through to everybody.
姉さんにちゃんと届けるからさ。
Yeah, we'll take it to Karen's grave.
よしや
二人とも
時間がない。とにかく急いでくれ。
すみません。今行きます。さよなら、レーベ。
Ah, damn it, Weissman!
バカな、そんなバカな。こんな事態。
Triple wield the sword like Rengetsu, yeah. What did the Grandmaster tell you?
待てよ。試されたのは私も同じだったと
Oh.
いうことか。
So the Grandmaster didn't even tell you what they were planning. How's it feel to be a useful tool, you moron?
戻ったら問いたださなくては。
悪いけどそれは無理やね。
Oh, oh Kevin.
ケビン・グラハム、いつの間にこんなところに。
This is one of my favorite scenes in the game. Seriously though, Kevin, what are you gonna do? Take him on yourself?
貴様のような雑魚に関わっている
Dude, you're just like a lowly squire. And he's an Angus. Oh, come on! You could block that the entire time?
何が効かないのか。
Yeah, he used Grail Sphere on it.
いくら聖杯騎士とはいえ、新米ごときに防げるわけが。
すまん。ちょいと三味線弾いてたわ。
What do you mean?
騎士団の第5位。
Oh.
修羅場くぐっとる。
Yeah, Kevin was bullshitting the entire time. He's not a weak squire. He's actually one of the strongest people in the church, and he's been holding back the entire game. Significantly, he's been stronger than everyone in the party by a lot.
ま、それでも本調子のあんたに勝つのは難しかったけど、今なら付け入る隙があ
Wow, look at that portrait. Not that you pray anymore. Oh, you just shot him? Once? I don't think that's gonna do it, Kevin. And the voice difference. Ah, yeah. Kevin is the church's assassin. His entire mission was to assassinate Weissman for, you know, stealing their technology and betraying them. No, they don't murder like random people. Like, Weissman did horrible things with their technology. That's why they're assassinating him. Yeah. You turning him to salt? Apparently. I mean, to be fair, I'd want you dead too. It is what he's earned, frankly. Yeah, like, this is an extreme measure that they're taking because of how monstrous this guy is. Bye. Appropriate. Well, that's one way to pass the salt. Yeah. Oh, you don't like being an assassin? You seem pretty badass to me, Kevin. God damn it. Yeah, it's Campanella. Ah, Heretic Hunter. That's his title, huh? Fifth Dominion. Wonder how many dominions there are. Yep, that's the fool. I take it Ouroboros didn't really like Weissman that much, huh? Ah. That makes sense. Here to do your weird, mysterious Axel shit? Yeah, pretty much. They're a lot better than you, dude. Yeah. Yeah, it's a commonly used trope for whatever reason. Oh, what were you looking for? Well, I guess we're not going to tell us here. Oh, well, he's definitely dead now. Yeah, Weissman's definitely dead. He dies. Good. Unfortunately, he's taking the spear, it looks like. Oh, spear, the orbital staff? They said it was a demon weapon, so I guess that makes sense. I'd rather not meet you again, but we're probably going to. Yeah, I like Kevin. I mean, that's about as shady as the church, quote-unquote, gets in this game. Is they happen to have an assassin that was trying to assassinate a really, really bad person that betrayed them and stole their technology and used it for horrendous things. Like, people like Dalmor that just have artifacts, they're not going to assassinate. They're just going to steal it or take it from them. So they stop, you know, misusing them. You have to be a really terrible person for the church to want you dead. I don't know how Kevin got in front of us, but whatever, just accept it. Also, new music. Oh, sorry.
大丈夫？どこか怪我していたの？
いや、なんでもないよ。ちょっと
Tired from the stigma thing?
めまいがしただけだから。
めまいって。
Probably.
どうしていきなり？
I'm assuming it's Kevin's hypnosis. Yeah.
痛恨が消滅した後遺症やろね。何しろ意識の根っこに救ってた部分や。それを取り除いたら何らかの形で揺れ戻しが起こる。めまい、頭痛、吐き気。しばらくの間は悩まされるやろ。
Better than being dead.
そんな。
いいんだ。
It'll pass.
全部覚悟した上でケビンさんにお願いしたんだから。
よしよ。
おい、何をやっとるんじゃ。急がんと置いていくぞ。
もう走れる？よしや。
ああ、問題ないよ。
よし、そんなら急ぐで。
Let's get out of here. Yeah? Of course. We have to have this trope, huh?
さっきからの揺れで脆かった部分が崩れたんだ。
大丈夫か？
I don't think we can jump that.
なんでステルス？よしよ。お姉ちゃん、お兄ちゃん。
なんてこと。他に通り道はねえのかよ。
中枢島に向かう通路はここだけだったはずよ。何か方法は？
私たちに構わずにみんな先に脱出してよ。
僕たちは何とかして脱出の方法を見つけますから。
バカ言うんじゃないわよ。ここであんたたちを置いていったら先生にどう顔向けすればいいの？いいから何か方法を考えるわよ。
知らねえ。
すみません。
実際問題、ジャンプして飛び越せる距離じゃないとなると別のルートを探すしかなさそうだ。
別のルート。でも一本道なんですよね。
いや、それはあくまでこの地
Oh, right.
の話だ。どうやらこの冬都市には
You forgot. Yeah, the passages.
存在するらしい。そうした道さえ見つかれば。
The emergency exit.
そういや、中枢島の手前で別の地下ゲートを見かけたな。カルマーレに通じた緊急避難通路と書いてあったような。
Well, that's where the Ariel or RCL is.
ああ、確かにあったぜ。そのカルマーレってのがお前らの船のある場所なんだろう。
ああ、そこが使えれば。
この状況下ならばロックは外れているはずじゃ。
Yeah.
エステルちゃん、ヨシア君、もう他に選択肢はなさそうや。そっちの方からアルセイユに戻るんや。
わかりました。
気をつけてね。お姉ちゃん、お兄ちゃん。
待っています。アルセイユで。
みんなも気をつけて。
さあ、僕たちも急ごう。どうやら崩壊まであまり時間はなさそうだ。
了解。中枢島前にある緊急用の避難通路よね。
Alright. Yes, for some reason we can save, and it's a good idea to save. In case the game crashes. There's no fights or anything. This is the extent of our playable epilogue this time. Running back to the ship. I don't think you're timed. Yeah. The last liver tunnel. We actually do get to go in here. No, you can't take the trains. They don't work. And there's no power, so that makes sense. I mean, technically we are getting one, but I don't think it's actually timed. Although I'm not going to stay here and find out, that's for sure. Is the stigma gone in your portrait? Ah, it is! They actually removed it. That's cool. Unnecessary, because we're like at the end of the game, but cool that they did that. No enemies or anything, just making way out. Ugh. Simple enough. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. Of course. And go where? Well, now we're screwed.
そういうことはいい子なし。私だって岩の下敷きになるところをヨシアに助けてもらったしね。
でも
なんでかな。こんな状況なのにちっとも怖くないのよね。ヨシアはどう？
僕も全然怖くないかな。
ねえ、ヨシア、2つお願いしてもいい？
いいよ。
1つ目は私のこと抱きしめててくれる？
喜んで。それから
そのしつこいって思われたらちょっと嫌なんだけど、やっぱりその悔いは残したくないっていうか。
ごめん。その先はエステル、キスしても？
うん。
There goes the arc. Well, that's where half the budget went. I'm imagining that the Glorious left too, given the situation. Of course, Walter was on the tower. Maybe he got up and left. I don't know. Or maybe Zen grabbed him. I don't know. Or maybe Campanella grabbed him.
間に合わへんかったか。
嘘だろ。
ユリアさん、どうかお願いします。避難通路の方向から考えて、エステルさんたちは北西の端にいるはずです。どうかアルセイをそこへ。申し訳ありません。いくら殿下の命令でもそれは従いかねます。
アルセイの推力も完全には戻っていない状態だ。今再び都市に近づけば間違いなく崩壊に巻き込まれる。そうですな、ラッセラーが。
その通りじゃ。
そんな。
まあ言ったな。場を和まそうと思っても頭が真っ白だよ。
あいつらこれからだってのにこんなことになっちまって。
エステルちゃん、ヨシュア君、あれ。
おいドロシー、こんな時くらいおとなしくしてろってな。
いえ、なんだかジーク君が嬉しそうに飛んでいったな。
え
Of course. No, it wasn't Ren. Admittedly, I did think it was going to be Ren that was going to come back, but that really wouldn't have made much sense. Yeah, it's freaking Cassius. Remember how he knew the goddamn dragon? Yeah. What'd you do? Just ask the dragon for a favor? Of course you did, Cassius. God damn it. Yeah, it's always Cassius. I mean, it's appropriate considering Luve entrusted Joshua to the Brights. It's symbolism. Stealing the spotlight. That's what he does. That's true. We did. God damn it, dude. Yeah, I never bought for a second that Josh and Estelle were gonna die, considering this game series is like, 20 games long or something ridiculous. There's like 10 games now, and it's supposed to just be like another, I don't know, 7 or 8, so. Actually, there's 11 games now. I tried to cut the signal. Yeah, pretty much. Thanks, Cassius. Always with the riddles, Ragnar. Are you cheating? Oh, right. Estelle gave an answer. It's true, she did lecture Weissman in front of the Oriole. That counts, I guess. Don't worry about it, Estelle. It's just like, I got no clue either, man. Don't look at me. I'm just here to steal the spotlight.
肝心なことはろくに喋ってくれないのだからな。
許せ。竜には竜のしがらみがある。ただ一つ言えることは、運命の歯車は、そして一度回り始めた歯車は心しておくことだな。
そうか。
ちょっと待って。
また同じようなことがリベールで起こるというの？
No, but we're not done yet.
いや、その運命は別の場所で別の者たちが引き受けることになるだろう。
Yeah, we got 2 more arcs to go through.
とにかく今回はお前たちも本当によくやった。
Yeah, we'll still see more of Estelle and Josh even after this arc, though. Don't worry about that. Even if they're not the main characters anymore. Their story is effectively over. As far as this arc is concerned. I mean, they still have to resolve stuff with Ren and all that, but, you know. Future arc. And yes, there is a third Trails in the Sky game. It's more of a bridge. Yes, I'll stream it. It's very important. It's really, really good. Not as good as this game, but really, really good. Aw, just that. Dorothy taking pictures. Olivier being weird. And the wave. Appropriate. Yeah, that's it. That is the end. That should be the credits now. There is a scene after the credits, but it's not that long. I mean, it's a good scene. But that's it. It's still a really, really good game. Oh, it's really, really good. That final chapter is amazing. What's the thing with Trails games is slow builds, amazing payoffs. Probably not gonna start the third game this week. Oh, I see Annalise and Kurt. Cool. I don't know. I don't know when we're moving, so we'll see. I might start third before we move. I might not. I don't know. Third is Kevin Graham is the main character. So if you're curious about Kevin and more about the church, well, don't worry. We're gonna learn a lot more in that game. But we'll see everybody else in it too. We'll even be introduced to new characters, as bizarre as that sounds. It's a much shorter game than this, but, you know. It's basically like Persona 3 The Answer, if Persona 3 The Answer didn't suck horribly, so, you know. Yeah, it's more of like a dungeon crawler, except actually good, with amazing writing and good continuation of character arcs, and, you know, we'll see where all the characters are going for the future arcs. Hey, Olivier, how's it going? Oh, Vander's pissed off in the background. Of course he is. Oh, God. Yeah, it's a third is more of a bridge game that connects to... Actually, I think the next 3 arcs. I mean, granted, only 2 are out. Crossbell and Erebonia. But it also has what looks like bridges to the Calvert arc as well. It kind of sets things up for future characters and future development. It's a good game. Oh, Tita. Yeah, I love this game. I love all the characters and everything. Aw, there's Tita and her parents. If you forgot, yeah, her mother and father were just overseas. Yeah, that's her mother and dad on the left there. So hopefully you enjoyed the ride. I certainly did. Okay, if you don't know who those are the Ravens. That is a god with the Ravens. Yes, this stuff is in the present, so apparently he's training the Ravens. An RPG character isn't an orphan? No, Tita is not an orphan. She has actual parents. It's just that, looks like they went straight. Looks like they're not thieving anymore. That's good. Only in this series can you fire fireballs out of a pocket watch. Nah, I mean, I like... Ah, it's Kevin. I know, I mean, it's a more grounded RPG. It's just, it is kind of weird at the end when you're fighting, like, Transformed Oriole. But, you know, whatever. It's still a JRPG, so there's still some stuff like that. I mean, there'll be more supernatural stuff going forward. They just kind of start introducing it in this one. Shara and Cassius, and looks like Aina, Luke and Pat. But I don't know. Some of the music is amazing too. Silver Will's amazing. I just wish it had like a remaster with, you know, full English voice acting. That'd be nice, but nah, not gonna get that till Cold Steel, sadly. Well, actually, the Crossbell re-releases might have full English voice acting. It would be nice, but we're not gonna be playing those versions because I don't think they'll be out by the time I get there. In fact, almost certainly they won't be. We'll probably have to take a break at some point in the series because I'm going to catch up to Liz at some point, and then I'm going to need to break. Probably by the end of the 5th game, because that'll be the end of the 2nd arc. Yeah, the 2nd arc is only 2 games long. I mean, although technically I guess the Libero arc is kind of done at this point. It's just kind of a bridge from, you know, 3rd to the next arc. Yeah, you can definitely tell that FC and SC were supposed to be one game. But I don't know. It's obviously a happier ending this time. But it's fine. It feels very much earned. All the character arcs are just so good. Estelle is such a fantastic main character. Ah, Hamel. Again. Awesome. Well, not that it's destroyed, but cool that we end up back here at the end. Karen's grave.
Tadaima. Kore, Leve kara azukatte kitayo.
Luve's sword. Putting it to rest. No disc 3. Not really, no. 3rd is more of an independent story. There's like, you know, new antagonist and all that. It's a self-contained story that also bridges to future arcs. And also develops Kevin Graham's character. He's a fantastic character. It also is, fair warning, a very, very dark game. Much darker than FC or SC. And SC was fairly dark at times.
レイベと姉さんは本当に仲が良かったから。多分将来は一緒になるつもりだったんだと思う。
Together now forever.
そっか。ね、私もお姉さんに挨拶させてくれる？
I mean, you're his girlfriend, of course.
ぜひ。
はじめまして、カリンさん。
Just don't make it awkward, Estelle.
私、エステル・ブライトって言います。弟さんの家族で、兄弟で、一応恋人ってことになるのかな。
You just made it awkward. Context, Estelle.
心外だな。一応
You
なんてつけないでよ。
You guess? That is pretty terrible, Estelle. Oh, that look.
でもまだ慣れないっていうか。
Fair enough.
その気恥ずかしいっていうか。
Why? You two literally kissed when you were falling to death.
まったくもう。
Look, unequipped equipment, okay?
よ。一人で余裕ぶっちゃってさ。
Probably you do,
それを
Estelle.
ヨシアだって二人っきりの時は意外と。すみません。挨拶してる途中で。
Focus, Estelle. Focus. Still gotta work on that.
今日はヨシアの里帰りに付き合わせてもらう形でお姉さんに挨拶に伺いました。
I'm imagining Hamel will play some sort of role in the Cold Steel arc, or Air Bunny arc,
よ
Cold
ろしく
Steel
お願い
games.
しますね。
I wonder if we'll actually visit it.
ありがとうエステル。姉さんもきっと喜んでると思うよ。
I'm sure she is, actually. I mean, she's probably proud of you at this point.
そうだといいんだけど、私子供っぽくてまだまだ頼りないところがあるし。
You saved an entire country. You're plenty reliable.
弟の彼女失格とか思われたらどうしようかなって心配で。
I sincerely doubt that, Estelle, but self-doubts and all that.
考えすぎだって。むしろ姉さん、君とは気があったんじゃないかな。性格とか雰囲気が好対照だしね。
Karen was, I guess, similar to Chloe. Or Claudia.
そうかな。で、それって微妙に褒めてない気がするんですけど、お姉さんみたいに芯が強くて落ち着いている性格じゃないってことよね。
Why are you comparing yourself to her?
うん。芯は強いとは思うけど、落ち着いてるっていうのはちょっとどう
No.
かな。
Definitely not calm and quiet.
でもそれでいいじゃないか。
But that's what makes you
い
you.
つも明るく前向きでお日様みたいに輝いてて。
Yep. Estelle shines like the sun. I mean, that's literally her name. Just, you know, star bright.
僕が好きになったのはそんな女の子なんだから。
まったくもう。
He's being poetic to you.
そんな恥ずかしい言葉をしれっと口にできるわね。
あれ、嬉しくない？
嬉しいわよ。悪かったわね。
怒られても。
ああ、もう挨拶も済ませたし、そろそろ出発しましょう。このまま続けたらお姉さんに呆れられそうだし。
She probably is, and Luve's probably face palming.
どうしたの？
ね、本当にいいの？
Sure about what?
僕に付き合う形でリベールから離れても。
Leaving Libero? Where are you going?
結社時代の償いのため大陸各地を回るのは僕
Going after Ouroboros?
レーベに追いつくため、もっと強くなりたいっていうのも君を巻き込んでいいのか、正直まだ。
Somebody's got to stop him.
まったくもう肝心なところで抜けてるんだ
Yeah,
から。
seriously, Josh. She's literally head over heels in love with you, dude.
レグナートも言ってたけど、これから先いろいろなことがこの世界で起こるかもしれない。また見食らう蛇が何かしでかすか
Yeah,
もしれ
they're
ないしね。
definitely not.
そのためにも私は父さん以上に強くなっておきたい。
Okay, well, I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon, but we can try, Estelle.
私にとってはその修行の旅でもあるんだから。
I mean, he's arguably the strongest man in the entire world.
父さん以上ってまた大きく出たね。
どうせなら目標は大きくよ。
Good to have goals.
レーベとの約束もあるし、レンがどうしてるのかも気になるし。
Yeah, she promised him she'd look after
見た
you.
ことのない土地を旅するのも
Oh, yeah.
すごく楽しみだし。
Gotta go find Ren.
それに
エステル？
Get her out of this organization if we can.
そもそも私がヨシアと一緒にいるのに理由なんて必要？
そうだね。そんなもの必要ないかな。
でしょ？ほんとヨシアって肝心なところで抜けてるんだから。
He'd be lost.
本当にそうだな。
You would be doomed, dude. You miss what's right in front of your face sometimes. They're a good couple.
行こう。 エステル、道がどこに通じているのか、きっとその先に何か見えてくると思うから。
私たちのペースで一歩一歩歩いていこうね。
And that's literally the end. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, we get a clear data. Yes, it transfers to third. I don't remember what you get out of that. I think just some extra orbits. I don't even think your levels carry over. I think you just start at level like 90 in third. Oh, and max level is like 149 in third, so we're going to be getting a lot stronger. So, you know. And you can also use that to start a New Game Plus if you wanted. I think it unlocks the movie as well. Yeah. The opening movie and the ending. Maybe it's just the opening movie. It's probably just the opening movie. I don't know. I've never used it, so I couldn't tell you. So that's it. I don't know when exactly I will start third, but at some point. Hopefully you enjoyed the game. I did. It's pretty damn good. And if you want to see more of Kevin Graham, well, to join me for the third game. Plus we'll get, you know, other scenes involving, you know, characters. Including a certain infamous thing, but, you know, we'll get there. I don't think I'll start third this week, but I might. I don't know. It depends. I really like this series. We'll see. We'll see if I play. Yeah, so thanks for hanging out, and take care. It's been fun. Good night.